One moment it's in your hand, the next it's shattered. Your heart skips a beat, right? Meet Tom, a dad who loves capturing every precious moment of his kids' lives. From vacation sunsets to soccer goals, ballet twirls to birthday candles. His phone? A treasure trove of memories, but one day disaster struck. Tom dropped his phone and it was beyond repair. Panic set in. All those irreplaceable memories gone? Not quite, because Tom has GotBackup. With a sigh of relief, he logged in on his new phone, and there they were, every single memory, safe and sound in the cloud. GotBackup. It's more than just a backup. It's peace of mind. It's knowing that no matter what happens, your memories are always there, ready to be relived. So, keep snapping those precious moments. We've got your back. GotBackup to the rescue, because some things are too precious to lose.
Just like Tom, Tammy and I are safe. Our stuff is backed up. Not only it's backed up, but it's also part of our business and daily operations. So folks, welcome to this presentation of the GotBackup opportunity. And we want to share with you exactly what is going on and what you're getting. And by the end, stick around because we're going to share with you an amazing income opportunity in line with how it looks on the back end once you are a member with us. So Tammy, give us the quick version. How do we got introduced to GotBackup?
Oh, first of all, I just want to say welcome all the newcomers, whether you're catching this live or recording. Happy Friday to everybody. And Chris and I, we've been in the network marketing arena for so many years, 27 years. We've built internationally, and we absolutely love what this industry does, not only for our lives, but the lives that we've impacted around the globe. It's that freedom, right? And the owner of this project, GotBackup, his parent company is called Global Virtual Opportunities, and he provides online marketing materials for people to grow their businesses. And we've known him for 25 years, Chris, I think.
Yeah.
And he contacted us about 2 years and a half, maybe by now. And he was telling us he was launching this new project called GotBackup, and it's already exploding. And I think he had already been open for a month. And I think they were in 34 countries. And so he asked us to have a look at it if we'd be open. And of course, we looked at it because we understand where the world is going today in digital. And so we decided, you know what, we're going to hop on board. We're going to start building globally. And here we are doing presentations and absolutely loving this project.
Absolutely, folks. And there's so many things that we're working, and there's a lot of new projects that are going to be introduced. And that's what's so beautiful about digital services is it's very easy to introduce a new product because we're not dealing with a lot of the heavy duty when you're dealing with physical items. And we want to share all that with you. So as we begin here, welcoming you, Anam from Accra, Ghana. Great to see you here. MC from Texas. Great to see you here. And all of you that are here in the background. I'd love to hear from you if you want to share where you're from and where you're joining us from. I know we're doing a morning session or afternoon session, and some of you could be evening session, depending on where you live. We certainly welcome you to this session. Now, here's the thing, folks. GotBackup, as Tammy mentioned to you earlier, that was introduced to us by Joel. And the fact is, why did we chose to be part of this venture? It's because we saw an opportunity where our friends and family members from all over the world can actually be part of such a venture, because the price point is very, very inexpensive. And there's a lot of different avenues that you can decide to start from. And so we saw an opportunity. People can really share this information globally within their families and friends and so forth. And here's the other thing is we're in an arena right now. We call it blue ocean. So we don't compete, folks. We created a different avenue for you to create an income before everybody else gets involved. And we'll share with you some of the numbers that will show that. It's the only network marketing company that has provided a cloud storage, which is something it's very common that we all need, in the same time that brings an income stream. And so why are you here? You know, as you see here, it is time to turn your dreams into reality. This is exactly what Tammy and I have done a few decades ago when we started this industry. We both had the corporate job and world and so forth, and making the money from, depending on businesses that were selling directly from, front with the storefronts, or working for the government, and the moment we made that shift and we decided that we want to make the income that we deserve, that we desire, we started living the life that we want to live. This is the reason why Tammy and I every year travel to the United States for 5 months.
Not 5 days.
5 months throughout the entire winter. We've traveled all over the world. And the fact is, we have all the toys. We're doing absolutely amazing. We have all these wonderful investments that create passive income. And so, folks, how is this happening? Why can we do this? It's because of the decision we've done. And we want to show you that you can get the exact same thing. So again, ask yourself, why are you here? Are you looking to improve your way of life or increase your income, which I'm sure that's very common, especially in today's economy. So we want to share that with you.
Yeah, as Chris said, you can get the same thing. We're just average people. I came from traditional business. Chris came from the corporate world. And we just said enough. We wanted to build something that we could do when we're at home. We could do it while we're traveling. It didn't matter where we were, and we've helped thousands of people do it. So it's something that you can do as well. It's all about helping average people and to live above average lifestyles. It's like to take control of your life and make better choices. And is it easy at the beginning? No, it takes work and effort, and that's why we're here to help you grow.
I totally agree. And welcome, Orlando. Great to see you here. Larson and Emphasis Music. Great to see you from Ghana. And Jacob, great to see you here. Welcome, welcome. So when did all this begin? Well, this is where we met Joel. I met him in around 2003 or so. I don't remember the exact date, but he had an office. I remember going to his office, and it was a house that they've kind of restructured to be kind of a network, and everything was in the basement. And it was a whole bunch of computers that were all connected. That was actually a server, and that's how it all started. And it grew so much, the bandwidth that he needed. These are the fiber optic. Think of a road with, where cars are going back and forth, and eventually population triple, quadruple. And next thing you know, these two roads is just not enough to go back and forth. You got to add two more. In other words, 4 on the left and 4 on the right. In Toronto, you should see in some cases, we have like 12 different lines, 8 one side and 8 in the other side for entry and departure and everything. And we still are dealing with bumper to bumper traffic depending on time. This is what we're dealing with when we're talking about bandwidth. So he moved into the US in a 10,000 square feet data center where now companies like Adobe, Microsoft, and Google, and so many others are there because the infrastructure is designed to support that kind of traffic. So this is what's really exciting. And as we continue here, I just want to share with you a quick little video so you can hear from the owner exactly what it looks on the background. Let's check this out.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain.
So as you can see here, folks, it's pretty amazing what's going on. And we want to cover the 2 trends that are very important that are part of this presentation as an indicator for you to see, is this the kind of venture I should get involved in? So Tammy, let's start with the first one.
Yeah, and it's all about devices and storage, because people are running out of storage, and it's a massive, massive growth trend. As you can see, 15 billion devices out there in the world. No matter anywhere, any country Chris and I went into, everybody had devices attached to them. Doesn't matter where we were, in a coffee shop, in a restaurant, meetings, whatever. And what is everybody doing? They're filling up their devices. Often Chris and I would have a presentation, and people want to get pictures of us at the end of our presentation or training, whatever we're doing. And they had no more space on their phones to be able to take a picture. So we did a picture for them and shared it with them. But this is what's happening in the world.
Absolutely. And the fact here, folks, the percentage of mobile traffic, I mean, the numbers don't lie. This is the reality of life. From 2011 to 2025, it went from 6% to 64%. This is how dependent we are in utilizing the online services, right? Look at this one, which is more in line with what we're talking about here today with the income stream. Size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030. In 2022, 90 billion in revenue. In 2030, close to $500 billion in revenue. Do you want a piece of that? That's exactly what we're talking about with GotBackup. And one of the reasons is the addiction to our devices.
Yeah, as I mentioned, everybody's got their phones on them. And when we don't have them on us, we tend to go back and get them because we use them for absolutely everything. What I love is, especially in our profession, you can be anywhere. As long as you've got a phone, you're in business. So it's such a great tool. But again, like we mentioned, we're constantly filling them up.
That's another statement. And that comes also with a problem where we've changed, we shift in the way we accumulate our moments in life. There's a time where, if you recall, well, I certainly remember where we had these 8x5 little kind of piece of paper cards where we were printing our pictures, and we accumulate this over the years. Well, today that's kind of it's passe. It's like trying to find a cassette player. For those of you that may know what that is, or even those one disc, the CD player or DVD player, right? So all of that is gone. So everything is digital today. So what happens if everything is in your device and you happen to be losing it? Look at these numbers. 45% of cell phone users accidentally damage a cell phone or lost their data. I mean, that's painful. 5,700 screens crack every hour. Laptop, cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. Imagine you going to work and going for a presentation that you worked, I don't know, 2-3 weeks on, and then suddenly your computer got, I don't know, taken away or broken or something happened to it where you just don't have access to that machine anymore. Well, if your stuff is backed up on the cloud, you can go back and borrow anybody's computer, log into your cloud, download the PowerPoint back to your computer, and boom, you're ready for business to continue your journey. See, these are things that are very important. Here's a message, and I know, Tammy, you're quite familiar with.
Yeah, and how many times have you seen these messages? I mean, we've all seen them, and it's just a matter of finding a better solution, because it's costly when you're dealing with some of the companies out there. And I know, because we did, until we learned about GotBackup. Once you see the value here, you want to definitely switch over.
I totally agree, Tammy. And the second trend here, folks, is making more money. We're living in an age right now where the economy is shifting, and people feel, well, we can't keep up with the economy. At the end of the day, what's happening is we need to shift the way we used to do things. And what we're talking about right now is massive leverage, and the income that you can produce could be quite significant if you understand the steps. So 42% of Americans have side businesses. This is what's going on in our piece of the world here. 62% of Gen Z, these are Tammy and I's children, which in fact are passing the age of 25 now. It makes us feel so old. But the point here is people are looking for different stream of income to make money, different ways. What about the rest of the world? Folks, young folks are all over the world looking for ways to be able to fit in, to be able to live the wonderful lifestyle that they see on TV and in movies, right? Well, it can happen. The point is, we need to shift our thinking on what we used to do to what needs to be done to be able to stay relevant. And that's why it's so important. So you can leverage from these global trends with GotBackup. That's why this is so important, folks. It's absolutely massive. Tammy, let's introduce what we have to offer.
Recently, we launched a GotBackup Pro, which is all marketing tools to help you not only grow your business, but to generate leads. And that has created a lot of excitement around the teams around the globe.
Yeah, we'll expand on that as we go forward. So, Tammy, let's talk about the flagship product where you and I have reached some great income stream just with this one.
Very true. Yeah. So what GotBackup offers for the main package is 6 terabytes of data storage, and it says 6 accounts. What that means is you have your business account, and you can add 5 additional members. They call them sub accounts, and you can decide how much storage you want to give per person. This is phenomenal. When I saw that, and unlimited devices, by the way, when I saw this, I was like, every single family needs this. They need the value, and they need it because people are filling up their devices. And $10 a month, you guys, this is crazy. And the other companies, they charge, they have the same price, but you get 3 times less value. We were doing the 2 terabytes with Apple. Yeah,
absolutely. And what you're seeing here with these prices is to give you kind of a benchmark on the cost of using these kind of tools that are available right now. Like VTuber, that will be your own YouTube channel where you can upload all your videos, your testimony generator. You can create a link. You can have as many as you want. As a matter of fact, it's more than enough anyway. The fact is you can send this within your social network, your team, whatever you're doing, to ask people, hey, would you be open to do a testimonial to validate, especially today with social media and everything else. Validation is massively important. Again, memory place. Well, think about all the events that you can do that you have done in the past. And now you can send people a QR code where they can scan, or a link, and you can upload all the pictures from an event that you might have hosted. And now all the wonderful moments could be shared within your entire. What about email marketing platform? So today, email marketing, it's absolutely massive. And it's so inexpensive compared to competitors out there. And trust me, folks, I know about this. It's absolute. And the last one is the funnel page builder. See, in all our tools, we have, and I'll mention that a little bit later, we have all these websites that are all really designed for you. And you just send the link and people will get a quick overview of what the opportunity is. And they put their email and their phone number or their name to be able to say, yeah, I want more information. Well, it's all done for you. But what if it's in a language that you need to change it? What if you want to have your own video? What if you want to, use a different email marketing? Well, the funnel page builder is designed to do just that. And that's combined where every single tools that we just talked about, the GotBackup, MemoryPlace, SendShark, the funnel, the VDuber and generator, they all have what we call funnel. If you don't know what I mean by a funnel, it's a little website, a one-pager people click on, and they see a little video, a little bit of information. And if they want more, they put their name and email. Boom, that's how their leads are accumulated. Absolutely amazing. It's all included with your package. So making money with GotBackup, it's amazing. And again, we're the only cloud storage that will pay you. So here's some examples here. Right now, it's very lonely at the top, folks. My Tammy and I happen to be part of the Blue Diamond Club, and we've done that just with the cloud storage. Imagine with all the other things in the future as this unfolds. Absolutely exciting. We have here many double diamonds. So we have Dr. Asare, who's in Accra, Ghana, who is a double diamond with GotBackup. We have a double diamond, Noel, who's in France. And we have here Richard and John Weber, who are triple diamonds in the United States. And we also have a lot of different diamonds, different parts of the world, which is really, really exciting. And we have rubies, which is right before you reach the diamond. We have Mr. Godfrey and Miss Bernice in Accra, Ghana. And we have Enyonam, who is actually an amazing, amazing leader. She looks absolutely beautiful here as green and emerald. Again, absolutely amazing. Well done. And you see here we have here Henry Carville, who has reached the Sapphire. I remember him calling me and he said, Chris, can you do me a video? You and Tammy could do a little video to support my event that I'm doing in Congo, I think the Republic of Congo. And he did extremely well. And that event has pushed him to Sapphire level. See, this is what's going on, folks. So Tammy, let's cover the 7 ways we can earn with GotBackup.
Yeah, so there are 7 ways. You can see the different bonuses here. We're really going to focus on the fundamentals because that's what it takes to build a solid foundation. And then once you do the basic steps, you go into momentum with your organization. So the family plan, that is the data storage. So if somebody decides they check out your link and they decide they want to become a family plan member, they can pay monthly or they can pay yearly. Most people want to do yearly because they save a couple months of payments. But if they decide, you know what, I'm coming in, I want to just do monthly, you get 200% up front. So it's $9.97 a month, round it off to 10, and you're going to get $20. So every time somebody comes in and they want to pay monthly, you get $20 each person. And then if they decide to come yearly, which I said most people do, if you round that $99.97 off, it's $100 divided by, 50%, you get $50. Okay, and 25% on the marketing stuff that they have and they roll out. And then we've got the new Pro plan, which is super exciting because it's going to help everybody take their businesses to another level and automate it and generate more leads. Like, who doesn't want that, right? So if they sign up, then you would get $200 up front. And and then the person who sponsored you would get $50. The person who sponsored them would get $50. And why do they do that? Is because they want to create the power of supporting, right? People supporting the people who are coming into their business and helping them and training them, making sure they're on the right track. And then 25% ongoing for customers. So let's share some examples. I keep looking at these are just so small. Family plan, you're looking at, everything's about 20 people. Let's say you get 20 new people and they decide to do the yearly, you're going to make $1,000. Okay, if they just want to be customers and you build up a customer base of 20 people, It's $2 times 20, you get $50 commission ongoing every single month. And that pays for some bills, right? So the pro plan, you've got, if you had 20 people that you signed up, that's $4,000 in commission. So how many pro plan builders do you want in your team? Because at the end of the day, the more advantage you have in having your team members with marketing tools, wow, the team is going to explode faster. And then you've got example of 20 customers that want the pro plan, and you're looking at $5 each month per 20 people, and that's $100 every single month in commissions.
So keeping in mind, folks, that is the entry point. This is the money you make upfront by introducing people to our business. Now, where it becomes attractive is the residual income that comes from these efforts, because it's not just the people you bring in that will benefit you, but it's the people that everybody brings in that you brought in. And let me explain something even better. We have a 2-team tree. There's a left team and a right team. If someone is above you, well, they also have a left team and a right team. What if they want to introduce a third person and their left team is already having quite a bit of momentum? Where are they going to place them? They're going to place them on the bottom right to try to create a balance. You will benefit from that. That's the reason where you see indirect referral on the right side. And you continue to build your business because you're starting and you sponsor someone on the bottom, then that new indirect referral benefits from your effort. Do you understand the power of this? This is what we call the 2-team tree. So let's talk about the cycle bonus. This is the second way we get paid. It's called, there's 2 tiers, tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 2, there's more money than tier 1. How do you get to tier 2? It's based on your rank. So here are the steps. Number 1, you need to be active. So you're paying your $10 a month, or if you want to have the pro package, you're paying $20 a month. It's only $10 more. It's no big deal. You're paying $20 a month, and now you're active and have access to all these tools. Number 2, you need to enroll 2 people, 1 person on your left team and 1 person on your right team. It is as simple as that. The moment you've done that, you are now ready to start earning commission. But to earn the commission, number 3, you need to generate, let me rephrase that. The system needs to see that there is at least 6 people. When I say generate, you need to bring 2. But from those 2, maybe there were 4 more that were brought in. That will be a total of 6. That's 1 cycle. But what if someone above you is also building his business or her business, and they happen to be sponsoring on the bottom left or bottom right, depending on where you position? That also counts towards your 6. You understand? So as this compounds over time, do the math. Every time it sees 6, what if you got 1,000 members in your team? Well, depending on how it's balanced between the left and the right, it's always going to be counting the amount of cycles you earn. How many cycles you want to earn, right? My goal is I'd like to have eventually tens of thousands of cycles. Why am I thinking that way? Well, because I'm referring to Dropbox, who has over 700 million users, folks. I only need a tiny little fraction of that to be a millionaire. Do you understand? So this is massive. We just need to understand the power of growth. It gets even better than that, because over and above the cycles that you earn, you can also get paid. When I say you can also get paid, is based on the fact that you're introducing people to the business and you're helping them qualifying. And we'll walk you through that in a minute. What happens here is when you reach a Sapphire level, and I'll show you how to get there in a minute, you earn 25% from the cycle that everybody has generated that the company sends to you as a matching bonus. They keep all the money. They don't have to share it. They keep it all. But you get a matching cycle check based on the fact that they're building their businesses. Now, look at this, how this grows based on your rank. This can go up to $20,000 per person. I'm not saying you're going to make $20,000. What I'm saying is this is the possibility from each person you bring in as they start building their empire, right? So this is how powerful this can become. And as Tammy shared, there's 7 ways to get paid. We have other bonuses that are paid just by moving up in ranks. There's other bonuses that are getting paid just by reaching a certain rank. There's other bonuses that are paid based on your leadership by helping others succeed. That is so powerful. So let's summarize all of this on a very simple way on how do we make this work for us. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and one thing that we focus on is simplicity, because we all know that people are busy in today's world, and often people even have a second job just to make ends meet. So we want to make sure that that this is very simple and duplicatable. So the moment you sign up, the goal is to go talk to a couple people. You want to get your links in people's hands. That's the bottom line. And the rest is automation. And so the moment you get your 2, then you go get a couple more people. You do your left and right, as Chris was sharing. First 2, 1 left, 1 right. Second 2, one left, 1 right. And then you duplicate that within your organization. See how simple it is? You don't have to be the superstar that brings in all the people. You just duplicate the simple things, and the team members start earning, and then they all start getting excited, and everybody's doing simplicity.
You know, the success to having money in this business is the number 4, duplication.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some of the getting started startup here. It's $500 to start with the pro package, and then you're set. Okay. From that point on, you're just simply paying. In fact, I'm working with Joel with some ideas to make it very, very attractive to get started with the pro package. Now, if you want to start, for
when
example,
you think about it, Chris, $500 one time to get all of these marketing tools and to be able to generate leads, that is incredible.
Absolutely. And then from there, what's happening, folks, is people are just paying $20 a month, or personally, I would prefer to renew every year with a $200, if I may just round it off. Mm-hmm. That way you're set for the year and you have access to everything that's available and what's coming, folks. Really cool. And we also have a family pack. And a family pack, folks, it's $100 for the year. I highly recommend you go that way, because one of the things you save 2 months. Absolutely amazing. Of course, is the enterprise version, but that's for not the general public, right? So, but it is there and available. And let's talk about how many countries we're in.
Yeah, this is the exciting part. There's one thing that Chris and I love about our profession is when you build it up, you're going to go into markets that you've never even heard of before. And it's not because you brought them in. It's because somebody brought somebody who brought somebody who brought somebody. You know how it all works. And the next thing you know, you're in another country. And because it's a digital product, it's global.
That's an understatement. And folks, listen, recognition is critical. Babies cry for it. Adults die for it. And the reality, folks, is these are your ranks. And why we're bringing this up, so you understand when I talked about, well, how do you get from tier 1 to tier 2 in your cycles? Well, here's the thing. As a bronze, you sponsor 1 person. So as you understand, it's not really complicated, right? You just get to work, you sponsor 1 person, boom, you're a bronze. You're a copper the moment you do what Tammy just shared about the duplication process. You have 1 person on your left, 1 person on your right. This is what you're focusing on. If you're looking at your business strategy, this is it. Get everybody to have 1 on the left, 1 on the right, so to become copper. As you keep doing this, now you move up to silver the moment someone you brought in, or even not someone you brought in, but from someone you brought in, someone became what we call a copper. Boom, you're a silver. You become a gold when you start getting to work. You have 5 people into the business. We're not talking hundreds here, 5. From that point on, you start opening up some of the bonuses that we talked about earlier in the ranks of the different 7 ways we earn. Okay. As a platinum, now what's happening is you brought in 10 people, and these 10 people will qualify you for Sapphire and Emerald. So this is really cool. But the difference, as a goal, you need to have 3 coppers. As a platinum, just 1 more, but you need to have 10 people on your team. As a Sapphire, just 1 more, 5. Okay. You see what I'm saying, folks? It's not the end of the world. But then at this point, you start moving from tier 1 to tier 2 when you're platinum. And as a Sapphire, you start adding a matching check or matching cycle from all your personals. And this increases, and the bonuses from the 7 you will get paid just keeps expanding as you move up from Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, Double, Triple, Blue, Red, Black, Diamond. This is how this works. Let's summarize this, Tammy, on the kind of support, including what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah. So the support is you get your personalized referral links, you got your landing page, you've got your email marketing system there that you can build out. When you're a pro, everything is included. You've got marketing tools, you've got regular online presentations, you've got trainings that are going on. right now we're doing a regular online presentation on our own YouTube channel. We do them on Wednesday night on the Global Virtual Opportunities, the company's YouTube channel. And on the company's YouTube channel, we do trainings for everybody who's part of the GotBackup project. And tomorrow is a very important training because we're going to talk about how to get started, new associate orientation. How do you get somebody started the moment they sign up?
That is so awesome. Folks, at the end of the day, folks, we have a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Give you an idea how this looks like in the background. It's very simple. This is what it looks like. You can see here I'm a pro member. You can see the blue diamond status that we were sharing with you a moment ago. You can see your ID over here. And here's what's really important. You got your GotBackup tool, testimony generation, your memory place, your autoresponder. That's the email send shark that we talked about. That's the VDuber, the video streaming, and the lead capture. This is where you can interact with all the leads that popped in from all the little pages that are available for you that you can share as you build your business to encourage them to look at to get more information. That's the tip that you use here. What's really important here when you go back to your back office is to use this tool. It's very important to immediately install the software for your computer. Okay, so you can see my drive is very much. I have a computer in Daytona Beach, Florida, that is still there, and I forgot I left it on. I installed the GotBackup app. So what it did, it turned around and it brought in another 2 terabytes of information, which is a duplicate of the computer that I'm using right now to present this in front of you. So once I'm in Florida, I'll get rid of that computer, and then that will save up quite a bit of space. But the point here, you can see that I'm using a 7 terabyte. The reason why is because I bought a little bit more, and my whole life is in there here, folks. And this is the software for Windows. That's for the Mac. And these are the mobile apps. Now, you don't need to really log in for this. You just go to the App Store, the Google Play Store. Everything is there. And just to add another point that's really important here in looking at this tool is the reseller tools. And the reseller tools are very important because this is where that's the entry point. This is the work that you do in your social media. You share these links for people to click on. And as they click on these things, what's happening is it's simply asking them, hey, put your name and email, and then they're going to receive a little video and you're going to receive emails on your behalf. Encourage them, hey, you want to get started? Do you need more information? Oh, by the way, this is going on. This is what's happening. So this is really cool. Everything is in place for you to build your business. And the last thing I want to mention very quickly as we end this session, if I want to go back and check my cloud, you can see my 4 computers are here. You can see here that I have my phone, that are backed up. You can see here from 2025, November's in here now, and we have here October, all the months that are there. Okay. And if you go back to the previous year, you can see that we have the entire calendar month from January to December. So everything is backed up. So if something happens to my devices, I have everything saved. And what's really also very exciting, when you go to the collaborate and share, then these are everything that's in the cloud. I got a Google import over here, which is slowly being launched to the general public, where my Google Drive is completely brought in here. This is the computer that I'm using right now. This one here is the computer that's in Florida. And so I can go on and on here. So folks, it's very exciting. Lots of things happening. And at the end of the day, folks, let's just get started. Let us help you, point you in the right direction to create a wonderful stream of income for you and your family, or even to leave a legacy as you move on in life. So
if you're evaluating this for the first time and you're ready to get started, just hop on board. If you're just checking out our YouTube channel, just going through YouTube and you're seeing this, definitely put a comment. We'll get back to you for sure. And so have a great weekend, everybody. And if you enjoyed today's session, just smash the like button. And
we certainly would appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow for those of you that wants to learn. Bye for now.